Listen closely. Improvement doesn't happen by wishing. It happens by force. For the next hour, this audiobook will teach one thesis only. Progress becomes inevitable when structure, friction, and rules replace hope. Stop waiting for inspiration. Build micro-rules. Schedule brutal deadlines and punish soft choices until the new behavior is automatic. No permission. No excuses. Start with one impossible tiny rule and obey it. Action starts now. Force it. Measure it. Repeat it. Chapter 1. Stop waiting. Start forcing. Listen. Waiting is a decision. Waiting is a choice to preserve comfort. Waiting is a guarantee of the same result. You have a choice. You can wait and stay the same. Or you can force the start and change everything. The truth is blunt. Motivation is unreliable. Motivation is a mood. Motivation leaves when things get hard. That's the problem. That's the trap. That's the reason plans die inside notebooks. People rehearse possibilities. They polish ideas. They refine excuses. They never ship. They never learn. They never become. Contrast that with the other kind of person, the person who sets a time, the person who names a tiny rule and obeys it, the person who shows up regardless. They don't wait for mood, they make action inevitable. Stop waiting, force the start. Here is the core mechanism in plain words. Rules remove decision friction. Rules remove debate. Rules bypass willpower. When a rule is in place, the mind's argument ends. The choice is removed. The action becomes the default. That's the key. Rule it, do it, repeat. Imagine this scene. Two people sit with the same idea. One says, "I'll start Monday." The other says, "I start at 6 a.m. tomorrow. 10 minutes, no excuses." The first person creates permission to delay. The second person creates a concrete constraint. The second person creates movement. Movement breaks fear. Movement creates momentum. Movement forces improvement. Now the practical tactic. Do not search for bold commitments. Do not imagine perfect conditions. Choose one impossible tiny task. That's the trick. Make it absurdly small. 10 minutes of focused action. No interruptions, no edits. Just begin. 10 minutes becomes a wedge. 10 minutes shatters resistance. 10 minutes proves competence. 10 minutes starts the chain. You have a choice. Choose the 10 minutes. Choose the rule. That's the key. You don't need their permission. No one will sign you in. No one will cheer. The system must be self-enforcing. You must be the drill sergeant of your own life. This is not motivational fluff. This is design. Rules are infrastructure. Rules are speed limits for your behavior. When the rule is written, the fight is half won. The brain stops asking, "Should I?" The brain starts doing. Repeat the phrase, "Stop waiting, force the start." Say it now. Say it when excuses whisper. Stop waiting, force the start. Now 3 tactical first steps. Do them exactly. Do not improvise. Follow them like orders. Pick one micro-rule. Make it tiny, make it specific. Example, write for 10 minutes at 6 a.m. Not write more, not be productive. Specific, measurable, non-negotiable. You must be able to test it at the end of the day. If you can't test it, you can't trust it. Timestamp it. Add the rule to your calendar. Put an alarm. Treat it like a meeting with a boss. If it's a public time block, protect it. Timestamping converts intention into obligation. When the clock shows 6 a.m., the rule triggers. When the clock triggers, the body moves. Rule it, do it, repeat. Make it public to one trusted marker. Tell one person, text a friend, post a message in a group, send a single line, starting at 6 a.m., 10 minutes, daily. That is accountability architecture. It's small, but it's brutal. The mind hates being exposed. Exposure forces conformity. You don't need many observers. One witness is enough. You don't need their permission. You only need the accountability. Do these 3 steps for 7 days. That's the experiment. Short, heavy, truthful. Track it. Record each day as a binary. Did it happen or didn't it? Simple, clean, honest. Measure to force. Now the mental framing. Know this. Failure in the short run is data. Failure is not permission to quit. Failure is information to adjust the system. If you miss a day, analyze the cause. Was the rule too big? Did you fail to timestamp? Was the accountability weak? Fix one variable, apply again, test, tweak, tighten. That's the key. Hear this. Growth is not one heroic act. Growth is repeated, boring obedience. It's ritualized motion. It's the accumulation of tiny decisions made without drama. It's habit plus structure. It's fidelity to rules, not to feelings. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. Repeat it until the brain accepts it. You have a choice. Expect resistance. Expect the inner critic to manufacture reasons. It will say, tomorrow, not enough time, I'll do it later. That is the mind protecting the status quo. Name the lie. Call it out. Use a one-line response you write in advance. For example, 10 minutes now, no delay. Repeat it. Use it every time. Name it, neutralize it, move. Make your environment back the rule. Place your notebook beside the bed. Put the pen on the pillow. Turn your phone face down. Remove the path to distraction. Design the smallest possible friction for failure and the easiest path for success. Remove choice. The fewer options, the less debate. You force action by design. Finally, accept identity change as the end game. When you obey the rule repeatedly, you stop being someone who plans. You become someone who starts. This is the real conversion. The action rewires identity. The small rule becomes proof. The proof becomes belief. The belief becomes habits. The habits become outcomes. Conclude with this concrete charge. Today, pick a micro rule. Timestamp it. Tell one person. Do the 10 minutes. Record the result. Repeat tomorrow. Keep the system. Make it non-negotiable. You have a choice. Make the hard choice. You forced the start. You forced the first move. That is the method for guaranteed progress. You mastered the first wall. Now let's make every small action compound. Chapter 2. Weaponize small habits. You have a choice. Choose the compound path or choose the flashy shortcut. The shortcut is loud. The compound path is boring. The compound path wins. Small hits, big change. Listen, greatness is a math problem. Small, consistent inputs accumulate into massive outputs. 5 minutes a day is not nothing. 5 minutes repeated becomes hours. Hours repeated become weeks. Weeks repeated becomes skill. Skill becomes a new reality. Small hits, big change. Say it. Say it until it sticks. Here's the first truth. You do not need massive motivation. You need a system. You don't need their permission. You don't need the perfect week. You need rules. That's the key. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. It's not about luck. It's about the ritual. Start with an impossible, tiny habit. Pick something ridiculous. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Make it too small to argue with. Make it so easy the mind can't invent excuses. Example, read 1 page at 7:30 p.m. Or write 1 sentence at 6 a.m. Or do 2 push-ups after brushing teeth. The task must be specific. The task must be measurable. The task must be non-negotiable. Why tiny? Because the brain resists big leaps. The brain defends the status quo. The brain will fight when the change is threatening. Tiny bypasses the guard. Tiny lowers the bar. Tiny wins the first battle. Tiny builds momentum. Tiny now, massive later. Now stack the habit. Anchor it to something immovable. Brushing teeth is immovable. Morning coffee is immovable. The end of a shower is immovable. Tie the new habit to the anchor. This is habit stacking.
The anchor triggers the habit. The trigger removes decision. The trigger removes debate. Stack it. Lock it. Do it. Example stack. After brushing teeth, write one sentence. After morning coffee, review one idea. After lunch, do 2 minutes of focused breathing. These are tiny moves. They add up. Elite performers do this every day. Elite performers use anchors. Elite performers automate behavior. You can do the same. Small hits, big change. Design friction and reward. Make failure awkward. Make success immediate. Friction slows bad choices. Reward accelerates good ones. Put your phone in another room before writing. That's friction for distraction. Place the notebook on your pillow before bed. That's friction removed for the habit. When the habit completes, give a tiny reward, a check mark, a single satisfying sound, a 5-second celebration. Small pleasures reinforce repetition. Stack it, lock it, do it. Track ruthlessly. Use a visible streak. Cross days off on a wall calendar. Use a simple app. The scoreboard matters. Measurement creates feedback. Measurement creates pressure. That pressure is good. That pressure forces the system to behave. Measure daily. Measure weekly. Measure to force. Here is the doubling drill. Do this exactly. Start with an impossible tiny habit. Week 1, do the tiny habit every day. Week 2, double the time or volume. Week 3, double again. Continue doubling every 7 days until you reach a practical target or until the habit is automatic. Example path: 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 20 minutes to 40 minutes. Stop when the habit becomes meaningful for your goal. Tiny now, massive later. Important nuance. Don't double forever. Use judgment. Stop doubling when the habit is sustainable and producing results. The point of doubling is velocity. The point is to remove the temptation to stay small forever. Double to force capacity. Then stabilize. Keep the discipline. Keep the ritual. That's the key. Use social architecture. Tell one person. Post one line. Make one short promise. Accountability turns intention into obligation. The public element increases friction for failure. It raises the cost of skipping. You don't need their permission. You just need one witness. One witness plus a tiny habit equals pressure that breeds consistency. Prepare for sabotage. The inner voice will produce reasons. Not enough time. Too tired. I'll do it tomorrow. Name those lies. Write a one-line counter. Example: 2 minutes now, no debate. Repeat it. Use it every time the mind stalls. You have a choice. Choose the counter. Choose the habit. Change your environment to support the habit. Remove one distraction. Add one prompt. Put your journal on the kitchen table. Put running shoes by the bed. Keep the guitar out of the case. The fewer choices, the fewer arguments. The environment is silent persuasion. Design it to win. Measure outcomes, not effort. Don't worship busyness. Don't confuse motion with progress. Track the result that matters. If the goal is skill, measure pieces of skill. If the goal is fitness, measure reps or time under tension. If the goal is writing, measure words. Keep it simple. Measure to force. Now the identity move. After consistent repetition, change the language. Stop saying, I try. Start saying, I do. Identity follows action. Habit proves identity. The person who writes one sentence every morning becomes a writer. The person who reads 5 pages every night becomes a reader. That identity is durable. That identity protects the habit when motivation fades. That identity scales results. Practical template to use right now. Pick one tiny habit. Make it absurdly small. Attach it to an anchor already fixed in your day. Stack it. Lock it. Do it. Time it and track it. Put a visible streak. Measure to force. Tell one person. Create a single point of accountability. Add one small friction for failure. Remove one small friction for success. Double weekly until the habit becomes meaningful or sustainable. Tiny now, massive later. You have a choice. Be deliberate or be accidental. That's the key. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. Repeat that. Repeat the system. Repeat the ritual. This chapter is not theory. This chapter is a blueprint. Use it. Test it. Iterate it. Transform through repetition. You built the start. You now weaponize small habits. You have movement. Momentum follows. You mastered the tiny rule. Now, let's make failure harder.
Chapter 3. Design your resistance. You have a choice. You can design your life for convenience, or you can design it for results. Convenience preserves weakness. Design creates discipline. Raise the wall for weakness. This chapter is simple and brutal. Make bad choices harder. Make good choices inevitable. Design resistance into the system. That's the key. Start with the obvious truth. Willpower is finite. Willpower fails when temptation is easy. Make temptation harder. Force the tough move. The harder the path to the bad option, the less often it will be taken. Raise the wall for weakness. Practical Rule 1. Remove one convenience that enables the bad habit. Pick the single biggest convenience that fuels your worst behavior. Remove it today. Don't discuss it. Don't negotiate. Domestic example. Tired of late-night scrolling? Remove the phone charger from the bedroom. Charge the phone in the kitchen. The device will be out of reach when the will is weak. That small move breaks the automatic behavior. Remove, add, trigger. Workplace example. Distracted by constant pings? Turn off non-essential notifications. Create an email-only window. Log out of social accounts on your work browser. Make distraction a click and a friction. Remove the shortcut. Remove, add, trigger. Practical Rule 2. Add one friction for failure. Design a small obstacle for the thing you want to stop. The obstacle does the policing your weak moments cannot. Domestic example. If overeating is the problem, remove plates from the open counter. Store snacks in the top shelf. Put vegetables at eye level. Make the path to junk food a chore. It will be chosen less. Remove, add, trigger. Workplace example. If meetings balloon into time sinks, force a 5-minute pre-meeting checklist. If someone invites a meeting, require a brief agenda in the invitation. If there is no agenda, decline. That extra requirement buys time. It reduces impulsive meetings. Remove, add, trigger. Practical Rule 3. Add one trigger for the right action. Triggers are anchors. Triggers remove decisions. They replace argument with execution. Domestic trigger. Place your running shoes by the door. Put the notebook on the pillow. Set an alarm labeled Right Now. The moment the trigger appears, the body responds. Stack it with your routine. Stack the trigger after something you already do. Stack it after brushing teeth. That anchor removes debate. Stack it, lock it, do it. Work trigger. Start the workday with a 5-minute planning alarm. Make the first 5 minutes sacred. That bell is a trigger to focus. When the trigger rings, the action begins. Stack it, lock it, do it. Now the accountability architecture. Systems fail when nothing calls out slippage. Build visible, public systems that expose the truth immediately. See it, own it, correct it. First tool, calendar blocks. Time is the one resource that becomes real when scheduled. Block work like a meeting. Name the block. Protect the block. Treat it as non-negotiable. If the block is visible, other people respect it. If it is on your calendar, you respect it. See it, own it, correct it. Second tool, check-ins.
Short, regular accountability beats long, occasional reviews. A daily 90-second check-in with yourself or a partner is a powerful nudge. Did the micro rule happen today? Yes or no? No excuses, just data. Check-ins create small, frequent corrections. See it, own it, correct it. Third tool, visible counters. Use a whiteboard. Use a habit tracker. Use a habit streak app. Make the scoreboard public in some way. When the progress is visible, the pressure rises. Pressure reduces excuses. Pressure forces consistency. See it, own it, correct it. Combine these tools. A calendar block prompts action. A check-in records the truth. A visible counter displays the trend. The system catches slippage before it becomes a pattern. That's the key. Design consequences. Small penalties matter. Consequences convert soft agreements into obligations. Make them meaningful but reversible. Use money, time, or additional work as penalties. Example, miss the writing block and add 15 minutes to tomorrow's writing. Donate a small amount to a cause you dislike. Make the cost immediate. The hurt must be real enough for you to pause. You don't need their permission to set penalties. You decide the price of failure. Design rewards. Don't rely solely on pain. Small, immediate rewards reinforce good moves. A check mark, a 5-second victory breath, a tiny celebration. Reward the repeat. Reward seals the habit. Next, plan for sabotage. The mind will argue. It will invent clever reasons. It will rationalize retreat. Anticipate those lies. Write them down with your rebuttals. Keep them beside your trigger. When the voice says, "Not today," reply with the script you practiced. 5 minutes, no debate. That's the key. You have a choice. Use it. Environment audits are mandatory. Once a week, audit your space. Remove one new convenience that enables failure. Add one new trigger. Tighten one friction point. The audit keeps the system honest. The audit forces incremental improvement. Remove, add, trigger. Metrics matter. Track the right number. Don't count busy work. Count the outcome that aligns with the goal. If the goal is progress on a book, count completed words or scenes. If the goal is fitness, count minutes of effort or sets completed. Simple binary measures work best early. Did it happen? Yes or no. See it, own it, correct it. Now, practice a short exercise. Right now, pick one habit you want to stop and one habit you want to start. For the habit to stop, remove one convenience and add one friction. For the habit to start, add a trigger and a calendar block. Tell one person. Put a visible counter in plain sight. Test the system for 7 days. Measure every day. Report to your witness. Failures are feedback. Fix one thing and continue. Remember the framing. It's not about willpower, it's about design. It's not about timing, it's about structure. It's not about talent, it's about discipline. Say it, it's not about motivation. It's about discipline. Repeat it until the brain accepts it. You have a choice. Design for ease or design for strength. Raise the wall for weakness. Build the architecture that forces new behavior. This is a system-level solution. It makes improvement automatic. It removes debate. It forces movement. You mastered creating movement in Chapter 2. Now you will make failure harder. You designed the resistance. You created the walls. You forced better choices. You mastered the first layer of the system. Next up, use deadlines like drill sergeants.
Chapter 4. Use deadlines like drill sergeants. You have a choice. Move gently and drift, or apply pressure and change fast. Deadlines are the engine. Deadlines demand action. This is not polite advice. This is a command. Deadlines are not suggestions.
Deadlines are not goals dressed up as nice ideas. Deadlines create pressure. Pressure creates focus. Pressure forces decisions. Pressure exposes truth. Deadlines demand action. Think of a military drill. Short, loud orders, clear finish lines, no negotiation. That clarity produces movement. Use the same method for growth. Set a deadline. Announce it. Protect it. Watch the results. Set it, sprint it, ship it. Why deadlines work. The brain tolerates vague intentions. The brain fights vague obligations. The brain bows to time. A deadline makes the future concrete. A deadline compresses time. Compression amplifies effort. Compression forces choices. That's the key. Start with sprint thinking. Sprints compress growth. Boot camp-style sprints force new skills into short windows. Example, a focused 3-day writing sprint produces momentum that months of loose effort never will. Example, a 21-day product sprint forces decisions that otherwise drown in debate. Deadlines demand action. Safety first. Pressure kills when misused. Apply pressure safely. Short sprints, clear scope, built-in recovery. Protect sleep. Protect basic needs. Pressure with boundaries is sustainable. Pressure without care is burnout. Set it, sprint it, ship it. Here is a template the proven use. 7-21-90. 7 days, shock the system. Objective, rapid behavior change or validation. Metric, one clear deliverable. Time box, daily small sprints. Accountability, public check-ins. Consequence, immediate tweak if missed. Reward, a small immediate celebration. Deadlines demand action. 21 days, habit formation and iteration. Objective, push capacity and refine process. Metric, cumulative result and quality check. Time box, structured daily effort with review every 7 days. Accountability, weekly review with a partner. Consequence, escalate penalty on repeated misses. Reward, a meaningful reward at day 21. That's the key. 90 days, project completion and transformation. Objective, finish a meaningful project. Metric, milestone-based progress, weekly and monthly. Time box, sprints inside the quarter. Accountability, public milestone demos. Consequence, significant penalty for failure, financial or reputational. Reward, a larger celebration and new standard. Set it, sprint it, ship it. How to design a deadline that actually works. Define the deliverable. Be ruthless. Vague goals fail. Finish the book is vague. Write 30,000 words by May 1st is specific. The deliverable must be testable. That is how the deadline becomes real. Deadlines demand action. Set the date. Put it on the calendar now. Block the time. Treat the deadline like a court date. No cancellations. Mark it public if possible. You don't need their permission to claim the time. You own the deadline. Set micro milestones. Break the work into weekly checkpoints. Weekly wins create feedback. Weekly failures reveal flaws early. The smaller the milestone, the more likely you are to course correct. Prepare, execute, learn. Attach accountability. Tell one person. Better, tell a group. Appoint a reviewer for the deadline. Public pressure turns soft intentions into hard commitments. You don't need their permission to make it public. Use that power. Assign penalties and rewards. Decide in advance what happens if you fail. Make penalties immediate and meaningful. Money works. Extra work works. Public confession works. Make rewards real too. A small celebration builds habit. Penalty plus reward equals leverage. That's the key. Time box and protect. During the sprint, protect the blocks. No new tasks, no meetings, no distractions. Time-boxed effort creates intensity. Intensity produces progress. Deadlines demand action. Rehearse the delivery. Before the deadline, rehearse. Test the final step. Simulate the launch. Fix obvious errors. Rehearsal reduces friction on ship day. Prepare, execute, learn. Assign a post-deadline audit. After the sprint, inspect the results. Ask 3 questions. What worked? What failed? What will change next sprint? Document it. Use the audit to design the next deadline. Prepare, execute, learn. Examples you can use immediately. Writing sprint. 7 days to outline and write 5,000 words. Deliverable. 5,000 words on day 7. Accountability. Daily screenshots to one partner. Penalty. Donate $50 for each missed day. Reward. A night off the week after. Product sprint. 21 days to build MVP and gather 5 user tests. Deliverable. MVP link and 5 customer feedback notes. Accountability. Weekly demo to a small group. Penalty. Public post admitting failure and plan. Reward. Team dinner. Career sprint. 90 days to secure 3 interviews. Deliverable. 3 interviews confirmed. Accountability. Weekly update to a coach. Penalty. Add 10 networking outreaches per week. Reward. New skill purchase. Escalating consequences keep pressure real. Start small, then raise the cost if you repeat misses. Example ladder. Miss 1, add 30 minutes of work tomorrow. Miss 2, donate $20 to an opposing cause. Miss 3, announce the miss publicly and redo the sprint. Consequences must be painful enough to motivate, but not crippling. The goal is correction, not punishment. You have a choice. Choose the level that forces you to act. Public accountability is powerful. Post a single line. Deadline. X, May 1st. I will deliver Y. 1 line is enough. The world notices. The world's observation nudges behavior. You don't need their permission to be accountable. Use that. Ritualize pre-deadline preparation. A reliable ritual reduces panic. Rehearse. Do a full run-through 48 hours before. Fix obvious gaps. Protect time. Remove all non-essential obligations for 24 hours prior. Sleep right. Eat well. Hydrate. The body must show up. Final checklist. Create a short pre-ship checklist. Go through it slowly. No shortcuts. When the deadline hits, avoid perfection paralysis. Ship imperfectly if necessary. Done beats delayed. Done creates feedback. Done builds the next iteration. Set it, sprint it, ship it. After the sprint, audit honestly. Measure the outcome. Compare against the metric. Ask why. Adjust the next deadline. Prepare, execute, learn. Mindset corrections. It's not about inspiration. It's about disciplined pressure. It's not about perfection. It's about momentum. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. Repeat it until it sinks in. You have a choice. Build soft goals or engineered deadlines. That's the key. Deadlines demand action. Use them. Make them public. Make consequences real. Protect your time. Rehearse before launch. Audit after. Use deadlines to force growth. You held the structure. You set the rules. You used sprints to create movement. You forced action with time. Next, you'll confront comfort directly. Now that deadlines are in place, it's time to make discomfort a daily habit.
Chapter 5. Brutalize comfort zones. You have a choice. Stay comfortable and stay small. Or choose discomfort and grow. Comfort kills growth. Comfort is the silent killer. It looks safe. It feels harmless. It is repeatable. It is measurable. It becomes habit. That is the problem. Habits that ask nothing of you produce nothing for you. Comfort locks the skill at an average level. Comfort kills growth. Think of careers that stall. Think of skills that plateau. The person who always practices what they already know never improves.
The person who repeats safe patterns never stretches capacity. Comfort is a steady prison. Comfort kills growth. This chapter is simple. Make discomfort routine. Make hard things ordinary. Make fear a daily exercise. Do the hard 5. What is deliberate discomfort? It is a practice designed to make the nervous system adapt. It is controlled stress. It is small pain with big return. It is the training ground for better decisions. That's the key. Start with cold starts. They are immediate and objective. They stop indecision. A cold start forces action when the body prefers sleep or avoidance. Example, a cold shower for 90 seconds, or a 2-minute sprint before breakfast, or writing 1 paragraph with no editing. Cold starts teach you to act despite hesitation. They shrink the distance between intention and action. Do the hard 5. Use public practice. Practicing alone protects comfort. Practicing in public exposes flaws. Public practice accelerates improvement. Post a short video. Read a paragraph aloud on a small live stream. Teach a concept to someone in a group. Humiliation is a harsh teacher. It is also a fast one. You don't need their permission to be visible. The audience is smaller than the fear. Show up anyway. Do the hard 5. Add constraints that magnify learning velocity. Constraints force creativity. They remove options. They force focus. Use time limits. Use limited resources. Use a single tool. Work with one idea only. Constraints create pressure that reveals what matters. That's the key. Now the daily drill, the hard 5. 5 minutes of intentional discomfort every single day. No exceptions, no negotiation. Examples of a hard 5. 5 minutes of cold exposure, a cold shower, or a quick outdoor blast. 5 minutes of public speaking. Record and post a short clip. 5 minutes of focused skill practice. Play 1 difficult chord. Repeat 1 grammar exercise. Do 10 deadlifts with strict form. 5 minutes of rejection practice. Send 1 outreach message. Ask for 1 feedback. 5 minutes of deep focus on the single hardest task you are avoiding. Keep it tiny, keep it brutal. The goal is consistency, not dramatic performance. Small discomfort repeated becomes capacity. Tiny daily discomforts widen your threshold for pain. Push daily. Expand always. Here is how to implement the hard 5 without collapse. Schedule it. Put it on the calendar. Timestamp the 5 minutes. Treat it as a meeting. When the alarm rings, do it. You have a choice. Keep the appointment with yourself. Anchor it. Attach the 5 minutes to a fixed habit. After brushing teeth, after coffee, after lunch. The anchor removes debate. The trigger forces action. Stack it. Lock it. Do it. Make it public. Tell 1 person you will do the hard 5 every day for 7 days. Post a daily proof. 1 witness makes you more likely to follow through. You don't need their permission to be accountable. Remove escape routes. Create friction for quitting. If the hard 5 is public speaking, disable the edit-delete option for the first 24 hours. If it is cold exposure, set the timer and get in. Make quitting just slightly harder than continuing. Celebrate small wins. Check the box. Mark the streak. Give yourself 5 seconds of a small private celebration. Reward seals repetition. Reward builds identity. Use progressive overload. Don't stay stuck at 5 minutes forever. After 1 week, increase the discomfort or time slightly. Add 20% or change the stimulus to something harder. The goal is capacity growth. The method is incremental. Tiny increase, repeated. Always moving. Push daily. Expand always. Design deliberate constraint days. Once a week, create a constraint that forces high-quality choices. Examples: no social media day. Remove the convenience of endless scrolling. Single tool creative day. Use only pen and paper, no laptop. Minimalist eating day. Only whole foods for stress resistance. Silence day. No small talk, no ambient noise for deep work. Constraints reveal hidden weaknesses. They force problem solving. They teach resilience. They teach the body and mind to perform when comfort is stripped away. Comfort kills growth. Constraints reverse it. Use public accountability to accelerate the effect. Announce a brutal challenge. Public practice every evening for 14 days. Post a daily clip. The fear of public failure becomes a training stimulus. The pressure refines skill. You don't need their permission to choose visible struggle. Use it. Handle fear with a script. Anticipate the inner voice. Write a one-line response. Keep it beside your trigger. When the mind says, "Not today," respond with the script. Example scripts: 5 minutes, no debate. Start now, finish the 5. Do the hard 5, nothing else matters. Repeat the script aloud. Repeat it before the action. Repeat it during the action. The voice weakens each time. Resistance falls. Track the compound effect. Keep a visible streak, a calendar, a whiteboard. Cross off the day. The streak is proof. The streak converts action into identity. Over 30 days, discomfort becomes ordinary. Fear becomes manageable. Capacity widens. Small discomforts compound into new courage. Push daily, expand always. Recognize the side benefits. Discomfort increases tolerance for difficulty. It improves decision speed. It raises confidence. It creates stories. Stories shape identity. Identity drives future behavior. Each 5-minute battle changes the narrative you tell yourself. It says, "I am the kind of person who does hard things." That identity is durable. Mindset correction. It's not about bravery. It's about practice. It's not about natural talent. It's about deliberate exposure. It's not about comfort. It's about discipline. It's not about avoiding pain. It's about managing it. Repeat it. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. Now a short plan you can execute starting today. Day 1 to 7, hard 5 every day. Choose one discomfort and commit. Days 8 to 14, increase intensity by 20% or add 1 extra minute. Days 15 to 21, introduce a weekly constraint day. Public practice once. Days 22 to 30, review the month. Measure wins. Double the most effective drill. You have a choice. You can be comfortable or you can be competent. Comfort kills growth. Choose competence. You brutalized your routines in earlier chapters. You set deadlines. You built small habits. Now make discomfort regular. You forced the start. You weaponized the tiny wins. You raised the resistance. Do the hard 5. Push daily. Expand always. You mastered deliberate discomfort. Next, make your surroundings truth tellers.
Chapter 6. Make your environment a lie detector. You have a choice. Your space will either defend your habits or betray them. Environment tells the truth. This chapter is blunt. Your environment exposes intent. Sloppy spaces produce sloppy behavior. Designed spaces force the desired behavior. Environment tells the truth. Say it, mean it, live it. Look around right now. What does the room say about you? Clothes on a chair say prioritizing comfort. A desk piled with paper says procrastination. A phone on the pillow says attention surrendered. The space speaks before you do. The environment reports the truth to your brain every time you enter it. Environment tells the truth. The first principle is simple. The environment should send the command you want to obey. Do work? Design a work-forward space. Want fitness? Design a body-forward space. Want focus? Remove distractions. That's the key.
It's not about tidiness, it's about discipline. Start with the basic triad: remove, place, track. Remove 3 distractions. Do this now. Pick the biggest 3 that most reliably break your focus. Examples: remove social apps from your primary device during work hours. Remove chargers from the bedroom if late-night scrolling is the issue. Remove unnecessary tabs and bookmarks that invite distraction. Make it non-negotiable. 1 move per day until 3 are gone. You have a choice: remove, repeat. Place 1 tool in sight. Make the thing you want obvious. Visibility is a command. If you want to write, put the notebook on the pillow. If you want to practice guitar, leave it on the stand. If you want to exercise, place the shoes by the door. The visible tool removes excuses. The visible tool reduces friction. You don't need their permission to arrange your space. Place, repeat. Create a visible progress tracker. A scoreboard forces honesty. Use a whiteboard. Use a printed calendar. Use a jar of beads. Each completed session gets a mark. Each missed session is empty. The tracker tells you the truth without feeling. It creates a scoreboard. Scoreboards punish excuses. Scoreboards reward repetition. Design truth. Face truth. Act. Now apply these rules to the digital environment. Your phone and computer are extension cords to distraction. Design them to serve, not to seduce. Phone habits that force truth. Notifications off. Turn them off for non-essential apps. Notifications beg. Silence them. 1 home screen only. Keep a single work-related widget or app visible. Make the phone announce your priorities. App limits. Set strict daily limits for social apps. When the limit hits, the barrier rises. Use that barrier. Environment tells the truth. Computer habits that force truth. 1 browser window for work. Close the rest. Each new tab is a temptation. A focused desktop. Hide folders. Keep only the files necessary for today's deliverable. A launch checklist. Start the work session with a 2-minute ritual. Open the document, set a timer, and close email. Ritualize focus. Design truth. Face truth. Act. Now apply these rules to your workspace physically. The desk is a scoreboard. Make it honest. Clear the surface. The human brain interprets clutter as permission to roam. Clean surfaces channel attention. Place priority tools within arm's reach. The path to the right action should be the shortest path in the room. Remove comfort cues that enable avoidance. If the couch is too tempting, move it out of your view during work hours. Environment tells the truth. Create zones. The brain responds to context. 1 zone for work, 1 zone for rest, 1 zone for social. When you enter the work zone, the brain should narrow. When you enter the rest zone, the brain should loosen. Train the mind through space. Make use of sensory triggers. Light, sound, and scent are cheat codes. Bright light signals focus. A particular playlist signals grind. A specific scent, citrus or peppermint, can cue attention. Use the cues. Use them consistently. Ritualize them. Design truth. Face truth. Act. Now the checklist you must execute today. Do these 5 moves right now or before the day ends. Remove 3 distractions. Name them aloud and remove them. Place 1 tool in sight for your next priority. Put it where you cannot miss it. Create a visible tracker for the week. A single line on a whiteboard is enough. Silence non-essential phone notifications for the next work block. Clear 1 workspace surface completely and leave it clear for the next session. Do these 5 moves. No discussion, no negotiation. You have a choice. Make the hard one. Next, audit. The audit is the control layer. Without audits, environments drift back to comfort. audit, edit, lock. Environmental audits are weekly and ruthless. Schedule 15 minutes every Sunday evening. Walk the space like an inspector. Ask 3 questions. What enabled failure this week? What supported success this week? What one change will create the biggest improvement next week? Answer bluntly. Make edits immediately. Remove the enabling factor. Add a new trigger. Lock the change. Audit, edit, lock. Write the audit script and keep it visible. Use this exact language. What was my single worst environmental decision? What was my single best environmental decision? What one fix will I implement now? Then implement the fix while the audit is fresh. Do not delay. Immediate edits prevent momentum loss. Audit, edit, lock. Accountability amplifies changes. Show your tracker to one person. Send a weekly picture. A single observer increases friction for failure. You don't need their permission to expose your progress. Use this social lever. Design truth. Face truth. Act. You will experience pushback. The mind will invent reasons. Too busy. Too temporary. I'll do it later. Those are lies. Name them. Counter them with a short script. Use this line. Environment tells the truth. Fix it now. Repeat it. Use it when the mind excuses. You have a choice. Use it. Metrics matter. Track the right things. Use binary measures early. Did the work block happen? Yes or no? Did the streak progress? Yes or no? Binary data is brutal. It forces action. It prevents story making. Measure to force. Finally, accept identity change as the outcome. When the environment reflects the person you aim to be, behavior follows. When the desk is a work altar, you become a worker. When the kitchen is a food workshop, you eat like an athlete. The environment shapes identity. Environment tells the truth. You built rules. You brutalized comfort. You designed resistance. Now make your surroundings impossible to lie in. Design the space that forces better choices. Design truth. Face truth. Act. You tightened the system. You created honest feedback. You learned to audit and correct. Next, punish excuses and reward execution.
Chapter 7. Punish excuses. Reward execution. You have a choice. You can debate excuses, or you can treat them like data. Excuses are data, not permission. This chapter is unforgiving. Excuses are the mind's safety mechanism. Excuses protect the present. Excuses stall progress. Excuses hide patterns. Stop negotiating. Change the system. That's the key. First principle. Stop moralizing failure. Excuses are not character verdicts. Excuses are signals. They tell you where the system failed. Treat them as information. Use them to fix the process. Excuses are data, not permission. Repeat it, hear it, act on it. But do not confuse signal with freedom. When the signal appears, you do not get to stop. You get to respond. Response requires structure. That structure must include penalties and rewards. Penalty for pause, reward for push. Create a 2-part system. Part 1, penalties for misses. Part 2, immediate micro-rewards for execution. The 2 balance each other. The 2 produce leverage. The 2 force behavior. Design penalties that hurt enough to be motivating. Make them immediate. Make them real. Examples that work. Money penalty. Pledge a small sum that you donate if you miss. The amount should sting but not break you. Extra work. Add 20 minutes to tomorrow's session for every missed block today. Public penalty. Post a short confession and a correction plan if you miss twice. Shame is a lever. Use it sparingly and wisely. Redo penalty. Repeat the entire missed sprint the following weekend.
Repetition compounds cost. Start simple. Use a 1-strike, 3-strike ladder. Strike 1, tweak. Adjust the system. Note why it failed. Make a small fix. Do not collapse. Strike 2, raise the cost. Add a penalty. Increase accountability. Strike 3, escalate. Enforce a larger consequence, a donation, a public admission, a redo. 1 strike warns, 2 strikes educate, 3 strikes change behavior. That ladder converts excuses into predictable outcomes. That is discipline. That is leverage. You don't need their permission to set the price of failure. You set it. Next, micro rewards. Reward the action immediately. Rewards must be small and fast. The brain needs a win now. If you punish misses but never reward hits, you build resentment. Reward for push. Examples of micro rewards. The checkmark ritual. A big visible tick on your wall calendar. 5 seconds of pride. The micro celebration. Stand, breathe, smile for 5 seconds. Mark the streak. A lifetime point system. Earn points for each execution. Cash in points for a meaningful reward after a week. A tiny treat. A quality coffee. A short walk. Or 15 minutes of hobby time. Use rewards to bind repetition. Design rewards that reinforce identity. If you want to be disciplined, reward discipline. If you want to be creative, reward deep work. The reward must be aligned with the habit. That's the key. Now build the execution matrix. Do this step by step. Define the action. Be specific. Write 500 words beats write more. Define the window. Be strict. 6 to 6:30 a.m. is better than sometime today. Assign a penalty. Pick from the ladder. State it publicly. You don't need their permission to publish your promise. Assign a reward. Make it immediate and visible. Mark it on the tracker. Track the result. Binary, yes or no. Log it where you can see it. This matrix converts intention to behavior. Use it every day for 7 days. Measure the first week, adjust the penalties and rewards for fit. That's the key. Emotional discipline is the hidden muscle. The mind tells lies when it resists. Learn to name the lie. Practice rebuttals. Name it, neutralize it, move. Common lies and scripts. Lie, I'll do it tomorrow. Script, 2 minutes now, no debate. Lie, I'm too tired. Script, start small, 1 set, 1 sentence, move. Lie, I need perfect conditions. Script, ship imperfect, iterate loud. Lie, 1 miss is fine. Script, 1 miss equals tweak. Action next. Write your scripts now. Keep them where you can see them. Say them when the inner voice whispers. Rehearse them each morning. Rehearsal weakens lies. Rehearsal shortens excuses. Name it, neutralize it, move. Add accountability architecture. Penalties and rewards are stronger when witnessed. Choose one person, appoint them as your enforcer. Send daily proof. Ask them to apply the penalty if you fail. Make enforcement automatic. Public pressure increases the cost of excuses and tightens the habit loop. You don't need their permission to use them as a witness. Ask, use them. Use technology but stay low friction. A simple shared spreadsheet works. A whiteboard photo posted daily works. A short voice note to a friend works. Keep the barrier to proof small. The easier the proof, the more reliable the system. Penalty plus reward plus proof equals relentless forward motion. When designing penalties, avoid cruelty. The purpose is correction. The goal is iteration. The penalty must be painful enough to motivate, but reversible enough to allow recovery. The system must correct, not break. That balance keeps you in the game. That's the key. Make small rules for exceptions. Life happens. Sickness, emergency, true constraints. Define a clear exception policy. 1 or 2 documented exceptions per month. Exceptions must be logged and reviewed. If exceptions become frequent, the system returns to excuses. Track exceptions like failures. Inspect them later. Now, an applied exercise you must do today. 1. Choose one daily action. Define deliverable and time window. 2. Set your 1 to 3 strike ladder. Decide penalties. State them out loud. 3. Pick one micro reward for success. Decide how you'll mark it. 4. Choose one witness. Send them the promise and the enforcement authority. 5. Execute for 7 days. Log every day on a visible tracker. At the end of 7 days, audit. Count strikes. Count wins. Adjust the ladder. Strengthen penalties where excuses persist. Increase rewards where wins are steady. Measure to force. Remember the mindset correction. It's not about shame, it's about leverage. It's not about punishment, it's about correction. It's not about being mean to yourself, it's about being honest with your trajectory. It's not about luck, it's about discipline. Repeat it, believe it. You have a choice. You can be kind and complacent to your excuses, or you can be ruthless with your system and compassionate with your growth. That's the key. Excuses are data, not permission. You tightened accountability. You created consequences. You built celebration into the system. You trained your emotional muscle. Now convert motion into measurable progress.
Chapter 8. Measure obsessively. Improve relentlessly. You have a choice. Track your life like a guess or track it like a scientist. Measurement forces truth. Measure to force. This chapter is simple and relentless. If it can't be measured, it can't be managed. If it can't be managed, it will drift. That's the problem. That's the trap. The scoreboard converts chaos into a program. Measure to force. Start with the mindset. Measurement is not judgment, it is information. Numbers do not shame. Numbers reveal patterns. Excuses evaporate in front of data. Excuses are stories. Numbers are facts. You have a choice. Believe your story or believe the data. Measure to force. Here's the core distinction you must use. Lagging indicators versus leading indicators. Lagging indicators are the outcomes you want. Revenue, weight, completed book. They matter. Leading indicators are the inputs that cause lagging results. Daily words, minutes of focused work, calories under target, leads contacted. Leading indicators predict outcomes. Focus on leading indicators. Track what moves the needle. That's the key. Make measurement brutal and binary at first. Binary wins reduce story making. Ask, did it happen? Yes or no. A single checkmark is worth a novel of excuses. Start with a binary checklist for each core habit. Did you execute the work block? Yes or no. Did you hit the micro rule? Yes or no. Keep it simple. Measure to force. The scoreboard must be visible. Out of sight is out of mind. Use a physical tracker or a digital one, a whiteboard, a printed calendar, an app, a jar with marbles. Every completed session gets a mark. Every missed session is blank. The visual gap stings. Pressure is created. Pressure forces correction. Track today, win tomorrow. Choose 3 metrics, no more. Too many numbers dilute focus. Pick one primary leading metric for each major goal. For writing, words per day. For fitness, minutes of elevated heart rate or sets. For learning, minutes of deliberate practice. For sales, outreaches per day. One leading number, one scoreboard, one obsession. Measure to force. Now the tools. Use what fits your life. The tools are not the point, the discipline is.
Here are tools that work for anyone. Binary checklists. Simple, fast, brutal. Every day answer one question. Did the target action occur? Yes or no? Example, write 500 words. Tick or no tick? Measure to force. Streak counters. Use a calendar and cross off each day you complete the task. The streak becomes a psychological asset. You hate breaking it. The streak forces repetition. Track today, win tomorrow. Weekly performance snapshots. Once per week, capture a short report. Total days completed, average time, biggest blocker. Keep it to one page, one table, one insight. Weekly data creates a rhythm of improvement. Test, tweak, tighten. Time audits. Track how you actually spend time for 3 days. Use a simple timer or a spreadsheet. Compare the recorded time to your ideal schedule. The gaps reveal where excuses hide. Tiny course corrections after a time audit compound quickly. Measure to force. Micro KPIs. KPIs should be action-focused, calls made, pages written, reps completed. Avoid vanity metrics. Vanity metrics make you feel busy, not better. It's not about busyness, it's about discipline. That's the key. Now, practical setup. Do this now. Pick your single leading metric for the next 30 days. Write it down. Create a binary daily checklist for that metric. Keep it where you see it every morning. Add a visible streak tracker. A calendar is fine. Cross each completed day. Schedule a weekly snapshot. 15 minutes every Sunday to review, test, tweak, tighten. Measurement creates a feedback loop. Use it ruthlessly. Daily loop. Execute, record, no argument. Weekly loop. Analyze, adjust, set the next week's micro goal. Monthly loop. Evaluate outcomes, reframe metrics, set the next sprint deadline. Measure to force. When analyzing, ask 3 brutal questions. Did the input change? Did I do the work? Did the environment help or hinder? What allowed slippage? What single change next week will move the number? One variable. Answer quickly. Adjust immediately. Test, tweak, tighten. Run 1-week experiments. A 1-week test is short enough to force action and long enough to gather data. Pick a tweak, implement for 7 days, record daily. At the end of 7 days, inspect the results. Did the tweak help? Keep it. Didn't help? Revert. The goal is low-cost learning. Test, tweak, tighten. Examples of 1-week experiments. No social mornings for 7 days. Measure focused minutes gained. Add a 10-minute morning writing block. Measure words per day. Replace one meeting with a documented update. Measure time saved. Observe the delta. Small improvements compound. The math is merciless. 10% improvements over weeks become huge differences over months. Measure to force. Use visual analytics, but keep it simple. A line graph of streaks or a bar chart of weekly totals is enough. Don't drown in dashboards. The point is behavior correction. The point is movement. Track today, win tomorrow. Make measurement social. Share weekly snapshots with one witness or a small group. Public data reduces flattery and excuses. It increases pressure to act. You don't need their permission to be accountable. Use the social lever. Measure to force. Beware of analysis paralysis. Data without action is a report graveyard. Numbers should lead to a single change each week. One change, one test, one rule. That's how experiments scale. Test, tweak, tighten. Celebrate the numbers. Reinforce progress with a micro reward when streaks hit milestones. A small treat, a short break, recognition. Rewards bind the behavior. Penalty and reward together create acceleration. Penalty for pause, reward for push. Repeat it. Deal with bad weeks honestly. Data removes excuses. If the metric drops, inspect, Was it effort, environment, a poor plan? Fix one thing immediately, one fix per week. Implement, rerun the test. That is how improvement becomes relentless. Measure to force. Make the scoreboard non-negotiable. If the tracker is blank because you avoided recording, that is a failure too. Recording is part of the work. No record equals no progress. The routine is sacred. You have a choice. Record it or lie to yourself. Measure to force. Finally, shift identity through data. The person who keeps a streak becomes someone who keeps streaks. The person who examines weekly snapshots becomes someone who improves weekly. Identity follows the numbers. That's the key. It's not about inspiration, it's about discipline you can count. Repeat it until it sticks. You set the metric. You built the scoreboard. You committed to the test and adjust loop. You will not argue with the numbers. You will act on them. Measure to force. You learned to measure obsessively. You turned chaos into a program. You are now primed to control what goes in.
Chapter 9. Control inputs, control outputs. You have a choice. Inputs determine outputs. What goes in drives what comes out. Guard the gate. This is basic and brutal. Outcomes follow inputs. Garbage in, garbage out. High-quality input produces high-quality output. Low-quality input eats attention. Low-quality input shrinks capacity. Guard the gate. Listen to this truth. Attention is the currency. Where attention flows, results grow. If the feed, the people, and the noise steal your attention, your results will shrivel. Protect your attention like a vault. That's the point. That's the key. Start with an input audit. The audit is simple. It's a truth meter. It tells you what you actually consume. Do it now. Step 1. Track for 3 days. Write down every media, person, and habit that takes your attention. Open the phone, log it. Scrolled social, log it. Listen to a news roundup, log it. 1 line per intake, no judgment, just facts. Measure to force. Step 2. Identify one low-value input to cut. Low value means it takes time but returns little. Common culprits: endless social feeds, doom-scrolling news loops, low-quality podcasts on autoplay, and background television. Pick one. Cut it today. No debate. Cut low, add high, schedule intake. Step 3. Choose one high-leverage input to add. High-leverage inputs move the needle. Examples: 30 minutes of deep reading, a focused skill session, a mentor call, deliberate practice, or a single curated newsletter. Add one. Make it scheduled and non-negotiable. You don't need their permission to choose what nourishes you. Step 4. Set strict intake windows. Create time fences. News, only 30 minutes in the morning. Social media, 20 minutes in the evening. Email checked twice a day. Podcasts on commute only. When the window closes, close it. Time box intake. Schedule intake. This audit produces immediate results. It reveals wasted minutes. It forces choices. You have a choice. Cut low, add high, schedule intake. Now, concrete examples. Productivity-friendly inputs versus attention-sapping inputs. Productivity-friendly inputs. Focused reading of high-signal books. Short, structured courses with exercises. Conversations with people who challenge your thinking. Simple, high-quality newsletters. Short, guided practice sessions. These inputs build skill. They produce outputs. Attention-sapping inputs. Endless social feed scrolling. Sensational news cycles tuned to outrage. Passive autoplay videos. Multitasking meetings with no agenda. People who drain energy with complaint loops. These inputs steal minutes and courage.
Guard the gate. If it isn't adding, it's subtracting. Tech moves that enforce the gate. Do these now. Remove at least one app from your main screen. Make the friction real. Enable app limits. 20 minutes per social app per day. Set the limit and honor it. Turn off non-essential notifications. Let only emergencies interrupt. Use website blockers during deep work blocks. No distractions, no excuses. Put your phone in another room for focus sessions. Make grabbing it a small chore. Small friction wins. Small friction makes bad choices costlier. That's the key. People are inputs too. Treat relationships the same way. Audit your 5 closest weekly interactions. Who energizes you? Who drains you? Cut one low-return interaction or limit it to a specific time. Schedule weekly time with one high-leverage person, a mentor, a sharp peer, a coach. Create meeting rules, a clear agenda, a time cap, and a stated outcome. If there's no agenda, decline. You don't need their permission to protect your attention. Use the one-in, one-out rule. For every new input you add, remove one old input. Add a powerful podcast, cut a low-value playlist. Add a weekly mentor call, drop a passive social group. This keeps intake stable and raises the average quality. Rituals for input hygiene. These are routines that keep the gate shut. Daily limit check, 2 minutes. At lunch, review today's intake. Did it match your priorities? If not, tighten the evening window. Small corrections matter. Protect input, amplify output. Evening purge, 5 minutes. Delete one email subscription. Unfollow one account. Clear one folder. Quick edits reduce tomorrow's noise. Clean inputs, clear mind. Protect input, amplify output. Weekly purge, 15 minutes. A short, ruthless review every Sunday. Look at the 3-day audit. Remove one low-value source. Add one high-leverage source. Adjust intake windows for the coming week. Commit changes immediately. Cut low, add high, schedule intake. Attention reset ritual, 2 minutes. When focus breaks, use this ritual. Stand, breathe 4 counts, walk 30 seconds, recenter with 1 sentence of intention, return to the task. Quick resets prevent long drifts, protect input, amplify output. Practical templates you can use today. Template A, 7-day media fast. Day 1 to 7, no social morning, only 20 minutes social in evening, no news after 7 p.m. Replace evening scroll with 10 minutes of reading. Template B, email hygiene. Check email at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. only. Turn off desktop notifications. Set an auto-reply. If urgent, call. Train senders to conserve your attention. Template C, people filter. Create a list of high-value contacts. Invest 60 minutes per week in those relationships. Decline or delegate others. Measurement and iteration. Track the change. Measure hours saved. Measure deep focus minutes gained. Measure outputs produced. Words written, calls completed, modules finished. Numbers reveal impact. Measure to force. Run a 1-week experiment. Cut one low-value input. Add one high-leverage input. Record results. If output improves, keep the change. If not, tighten again. Test, tweak, tighten. Expect discomfort. Inputs were designed by attention architects to keep you hooked. The pull will be strong. Name the impulse. Use a script. Not now, scheduled window. Repeat it. Rehearsal beats temptation. You have a choice. Mindset correction. It's not about willpower, it's about systems. It's not about resisting once, it's about designing the gate. It's not about shame, it's about stewardship. It's not about avoiding inputs, it's about choosing the right ones. It's not about luck, it's about discipline. It's not about noise, it's about clarity. Remember, it's not about talent, it's about discipline. You controlled the environment. You set rules. You measured. Now control your inputs. Guard the gate. Cut low, add high, schedule intake. Protect input, amplify output. You have redesigned the intake. You now shape the raw material of your life. That will change outcomes. You sharpen the tools. Next is the sacred part. Never let the ritual slip.
Chapter 10. Never compromise the ritual. Success rarely begins with motivation. Success begins with ritual. Ritual first, result second. A ritual is a fixed sequence that prepares the mind for growth work. It happens the same way, at the same time, in the same order. No debate, no negotiation. Ritual first, result second. Rituals remove the burden of decision. Decisions drain energy. Rituals protect energy. When a ritual begins, the mind already knows what happens next. That certainty preserves momentum. Ritual first, result second. Look closely at high performers in any field. They do not wait for the right mood. They rely on ritual. Athletes warm up the same way before competition. Writers open their document at the same hour each day. Builders pick up the tools at the same time every morning. Ritual replaces hesitation with motion. Without ritual, every task becomes a debate. Should the work start now or later? Should attention drift or focus? Should the phone be checked or ignored? Each question steals power. Ritual eliminates the argument. Ritual first, result second. Understand the purpose of ritual. Ritual is not about comfort. Ritual is about activation. It signals the brain that performance mode has begun. The same cue, repeated daily, trains the mind to shift gears instantly. A strong ritual contains 4 simple components: cue, microtask, immediate win, reflection. Cue, commit, celebrate, review. Start with the cue. The cue is the trigger that begins the sequence. It can be time, location, or action. An morning alarm, sitting at a desk, opening a notebook, starting a timer. The cue tells the brain the ritual begins now. Cue, commit, celebrate, review. Next comes the microtask. The microtask is small, fast, and undeniable. Its purpose is movement. 5 push-ups, writing 1 sentence, opening the project file, reading 1 paragraph. Small tasks destroy inertia. The body moves before the mind protests. Cue, commit, celebrate, review. After the microtask comes the immediate win. This is the moment that proves progress. A completed paragraph, a solved problem, 10 focused minutes, 1 page reviewed. The win builds confidence and momentum. Cue, commit, celebrate, review. Finally comes reflection. Reflection is brief and honest. Ask 1 question: what improved today? The answer strengthens the ritual and prepares the next session. Cue, commit, celebrate, review. Let's map examples so the structure becomes clear. Example 1, a writing ritual. Cue, sit at the desk at 6:30 a.m. Microtask, write 1 sentence. Immediate win, complete 10 minutes of uninterrupted writing. Reflection, note the word count and 1 idea for tomorrow. The ritual stays the same every day. Ritual first, result second. Example 2, a study ritual. Cue, open the study notebook at 7 p.m. Microtask, review 1 key concept. Immediate win, complete 15 minutes of focused study. Reflection, write 1 insight gained. Simple structure, powerful momentum. Cue, commit, celebrate, review.
Example 3. A fitness ritual. Cue, change into workout clothes. Microtask, perform 10 jumping jacks. Immediate win, complete the first exercise set. Reflection, record the workout result. Momentum begins before doubt appears. Ritual first, result second. Now understand the deeper truth. Ritual is not just a routine. Ritual is identity training. Each repetition proves something about who you are becoming. Every completed ritual sends a signal. Discipline exists. Consistency exists. Execution exists. Over time, identity shifts. The person who follows rituals becomes someone who cannot skip them. The behavior becomes automatic. Ritual first, result second. Guard rituals with intensity. Protect them from distractions. Protect them from excuses. Protect them from delays. Rituals are the foundation of every system built in this audiobook. If resistance appears, shrink the ritual. Make the microtask even smaller. 1 push-up, 1 line of code, 1 minute of reading. The ritual must always survive. Completion matters more than intensity. Small rituals repeated daily produce massive outcomes. Consistency multiplies effort. A ritual performed 300 times per year transforms ability. Momentum compounds. Confidence compounds. Results compound. Remember the structure. Cue, commit, celebrate, review. When the cue appears, the ritual begins. No thinking, no negotiation, movement only. When the ritual completes, record the win. Recognition strengthens repetition. Cue, commit, celebrate, review. Then step back and observe the pattern forming. The ritual becomes a system. The system becomes a lifestyle. The lifestyle becomes identity. That is the final shift. No longer chasing motivation. No longer hoping for discipline. The ritual now defines the person executing it. Ritualize the action. Internalize the discipline. Dominate the result. Ritualize, internalize, dominate. Now hear this. Improvement is not polite. Improvement is an engineered assault on yesterday's habits. Force your system. Set tiny, non-negotiable rules. Create friction for weak choices. Measure every attempt. Punish excuses and celebrate execution. Do 1 brutal repetition today, repeat it tomorrow, and refuse to negotiate. Results compound when motion becomes ritual. No permission needed. No permission will be given. The clock is ticking. Choose the hard thing that builds the new life. Here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, pick 1 micro rule, follow it without exception, and let the system track the truth. Failures are data. Persistence is capital. Now get up, start, and outwork the version of you that's comfortable. Like this video, subscribe to Mindshift Audiobooks, and hit the bell. Prove it by showing up.